Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. If you're new, thank you so much for stopping by. Don't forget to subscribe and thumbs up this video on your way out. Today I am reviewing for you Tarte's newest foundation. It's their Shape Tape foundation and I'm testing out the matte version today. I actually picked up some products from Tarte and they let me choose samples, and one of the options was the new foundation. It was the blister card, so it looked like this, and they usually give you a bunch of different options. I already opened it. I used the light neutral and I find like it's a good color for me. I'll have to see if it oxidizes throughout the day and let you guys know. But I wanted to go ahead and talk a little bit about it before you watch the demo. So there's 18 shades in this foundation, and on Tarte's website says it's a vegan and oil-free full coverage foundation that feels weightless on the skin, and it has a modern matte finish. It provides the same full coverage as its concealer. It absorbs oil and shine while leaving the skin creaseless, hydrated, free of flakiness or cakiness, and helps to improve skin health with every application. If you're excited for this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and here we go. So because these are in a blister card, I really like to go in with my pointed foundation brush. This one's from Real Techniques. This just makes it really easy to get into the product. So I'm going to use this just to paint onto my face. I forgot to do primer. I'm going to do what I normally would do to test this foundation out. So I'm going to be using the Hangover RX from Too Faced on my skin today. I already washed and moisturized my face. But this is actually good, really good for all skin types, even if you're oily or combination. I'm gonna kind of do like a happy medium today. Let's go into this foundation and I'm just going to brush it on. And then after I've applied it, I'm going to use a brush. I'm going to use the buffing brush from Real Techniques and kind of just buff it in. Okay, so that's one side to the other. This side has it, this doesn't. I think it's like a medium coverage. I don't know if it's buildable, but we'll see. I'm gonna do the other half with my beauty blender. I am gonna apply it though with this and then see what the beauty blender does. This is actually just the Real Techniques sponge, which I recommend if you don't have a beauty blender. One thing I can say about this foundation is it blends out really effortlessly, like really quick. It is clinging to a little bit of my dryness right here. I have like some dry patches. So this side's the sponge, this side is the brush. I actually don't see a difference between both of them, so I guess it's just all about preference depending on what you want. I'm gonna go ahead and finish the rest. So I'm looking at it really close. The matte formulation of this kind of accentuates things. Like when I move my forehead, it feels like it's dried down. So I actually usually I'm used to foundations being a little more tacky and you have to set it with a powder, but this seems like if you are the type that doesn't really like to set, you probably could get away without setting it. I have a breakout on my neck, so let's see if this kind of covers it up right here. It did okay. It did a decent job. I would probably still put concealer over that. And I want to kind of see if this is buildable, so I'm going to go into a little bit more product. I'm going to go in on areas that I feel I would like a little bit more coverage, which is usually around my cheek here. I want to say it kind of did a little bit. It didn't make it full coverage, but it kind of added just a little bit more coverage. I don't think this is the most comfortable foundation I've ever worn. You can kind of feel it on my skin, but it might also be because I feel it's a little more drying. I feel more of the dehydration. Yeah, it's still kind of, it's really accentuating the dryness right here. You can see I'm dry all around here, and it's just making it look worse. Alright guys, so I'm going to go ahead and finish the rest of my makeup and I'll be right back. Alright guys, so I went ahead and put on the rest of my makeup and I did notice this foundation dries down really quickly and I didn't feel the need to powder my face, which is a very big first for me because I always powder my face because I have oily skin, and this one I felt like if I did powder would be really drying, so I kind of just left it alone. I did kind of set underneath my eyes, but I also feel like I didn't need to do that either. This foundation, like I said earlier, you can feel it on your skin. It does make my skin feel a little dehydrated, and you saw me use the primer that's replenishing. It's supposed to help hydration, and even though I use that primer, it still feels like it's dry. And like if you look at my face up close, you can kind of like when I make expressions, there's like lines and things in my face that I normally don't see with any other foundation. So it does accentuate lines. So this is definitely a product that I wouldn't recommend for dry skin or even normal skin, and definitely not for mature skin. It feels like it's not going to budge though. It doesn't feel like it's going to come off. Nothing's coming off when I touch my skin. I am going to set this. I haven't set it with like a spray, but I feel the need to use like a hydrating mist. So I'm going to use Kat Von D's Lock It Makeup Setting Spray. This one smells like cucumbers. I don't have the lid. This is meant to just be hydrating. So I'm just gonna like set my face with this. And I used a lot, but you have no idea how good that feels after putting this on. Like after putting on this foundation, a hydrating mist feels so amazing. So I'll go ahead and check in with you guys in a little bit. Alright everybody, it is the end of the night here. There hasn't been too much of a change from when I first applied this foundation. My skin and everything still kind of feels really tight. And when I touch my face, I feel like this is one of the, like it's a foundation that I've actually, like one of the worst foundations that I've tried. Overly matte, if that makes sense. Like it's, I think someone with really oily skin would enjoy this product, possibly. I feel like it's just heavy on my skin, even though it claims that it's supposed to be lightweight, and it claims that it's supposed to fill your pores in, but I feel like every time I was checking in the mirror today, the worst parts of my skin were showing through. So like any fine lines, around here usually doesn't look too bad, but it just had a lot of texture and pores around like my nose and my cheeks, and I'm going to zoom you guys in so you can see. I don't really feel like this foundation is worth the price. I'm curious to see if the hydrating version of the Shape Tape foundation is a little bit better. So I would probably not recommend this foundation, but if you guys have any others that you'd like me to go and test out for you, just let me know. Thank you guys so much for watching my video today, and we'll see you in the next video.